Our next problematic fave is MIA. We love her. Okay, we are a stan. She was born, origin of birthplace, Hounslow, London. She's a Cancer. Best known for Paper Planes, but she is a producer, videographer, uh, activist, rapper. Yes. And most hated for standing alongside her Tamil people amidst the Sri Lankan civil war, I believe. I mean, civil, because it was as this was recent. So I want to say, I mean, I feel like it still might be going. I still like, I still feel like either there's remnants of the civil war in Sri Lanka that are still happening, or it's still like a full blown war. Now, I love MIA because she is really about that life. Okay. You know how some people rap about, you know, being from the slums or being from the hood, and like these are the same people who can't go back for, a number of reasons. And yes, we all know it's because people are like jealous and envious. And if you come back flashy, you could, someone out of sheer jealousy and hate could take your life, or try to embarrass you or put you in harm's way or rob you, um, because of how jealous they are. MIA can still go back to her hood, and she does so religiously. She does so faithfully. She believes in giving back to her people. She believes in standing beside her people in the fight. Um, she believes in sacrifice. She is someone who is not easily bought, as Grace Jones so famously said. MIA is someone who has just always used her platform to push for freedom, to activate on behalf of the oppressed, to bring to the forefront any injustice that was happening globally or locally. And a lot of people don't understand, um, how powerful that is to have someone with any sort of platform speak exclusively about civil, social inequities, right? Because it can put a target on your head, especially when we live in a time where the goal is to keep as many people asleep as possible. And MIA does the exact opposite, regardless of how many times she gets shut down, like her lives get shut down, or she gets censored, or people try to like shun her or make her feel like she's crazy. She always uses her platform to push forward the message of liberation for all of those in the struggle. And I'm gonna plug her documentary that came out a few years ago. You know those little artsy theaters where it's like select um, features get screened there and stuff like that. So she was like mainly in one of those, in those types of theaters, small artisanal, like, you know, independent film theaters, right? One of those. And but I ended up renting on Amazon. I think it is still on Amazon for you to rent. And her story is really kind of epic. And if you have a chance to look at it, I'd give it a watch. I rented it and watched it like 3 or 4 times. There were just so many things that clicked for me and like made the music even more potent or poignant. Maybe we can use those interchangeably. But yeah, it made me understand her a little bit more, appreciate her a lot more. Um, And just like I remember one time she had got a lot of backlash. Well, she stayed getting backlash. Every time she bring up the Sri Lankan Civil War, everybody would like play her to the left. Um one of them Comedy Central folks, I don't think it was Stephen Colbert, it was the other guy. Um who like just totally blew her off when she started talking about this. Okay. So she had backlash from MTV because they had like a uh international activism award or something. Um some category that they had. Let me look it up. So in 2007, the AMAs, they had a category, the International Artists of Excellence Award, right? And the people in the category was Muse, the 1975 U2 MIA, Blondie, Bastille, and PJ Harvey and Beyonce. And they gave it to Beyonce. Now, I think that the criteria behind, uh, being an international. Now, this is 2007 Beyonce, okay? So let's just keep that in mind. Okay, and this is the AMAs in Britain. Maybe by 2007, she's giving Ring the Alarm, Single Ladies, of course. You know, we're moving into Who Run the World Girls. Okay, we just got there though. These folks who are nominated have been around the world, okay, uh, and also dedicated their lives to other causes outside of their musical career. Again, that's Beyonce, so don't come for me telling I don't care what she's doing now. It's 2007. Yes, okay. And so at that time, MIA again, all her music is focused on the refugee experience. So it's kind of like, and she's always uplifted, the struggle, the Tamil struggle within her music. And she's gone out her way to do humanitarian efforts, along with alongside her father because he is the leader of a revolutionary group in Sri Lanka that opposes ethnic cleansing, and so MIA does a lot of work with that, even in his absence now that he's gone, he's transitioned. She has taken on a lot of that, but of course he was there in 2007, so she was working alongside him on that. So she wasn't taking any shots at Beyonce, so I'll say that she was just taking shots at the AMAs. Again, that was another time that she used her voice to just voice her opinion about what it meant to be an international artist, to speak and uplift the voices of the collective in a meaningful way that affects change and doesn't just look pretty. Fight me, okay? Next.